I don't cheat though, but most when they cheat,
you never got no on the side.
I have before, but I'm saying like as the man I am today, it don't be worth it.
21 Savage is really losing it. Fans claim that once his wife Kiana allegedly confronted Latto, things went completely out of control. Rumor has said that she attempted to end her rather than only checking Latto. Savage is now totally disintegrating behind the scenes. According to insiders, he became so furious that it almost destroyed his family, and the consequences are already becoming worse. However, it gets worse. Point 21. Savage and Latto were photographed together on vacation a few days ago, which essentially confirmed what fans have been speculating about for years, or that he has been secretly dating Latto. Social media was ablaze with the images alone, but the fire is burning hotter than ever now that Kiana is supposedly getting involved in the controversy. This is risky territory. The world of Savage is tearing apart, and people are being compelled to take sides as loudly as they can. All eyes are on 21 and Kiana as the drama gets crazily messy. Kiana is not the one to test, and word is getting out quickly. She does not play when it comes to her man and her marriage, so you always have to keep an eye on the quiet ones. Here's the shocking part though. Given that he was been caught red-handed with Latto once more, 21 does not appear to have the same loyalty. People have been talking about these two having a little something going on for a long time, but it had only been whispers up until now. This time, the evidence is visible, and fans are talking about it non-stop. It is no longer just stories. Latto and 21 were not merely connected. They were brave enough to travel together and act like honeymooners. Even pictures of them cuddling were taken by a fan, and after they appeared online, it was impossible to refute. To put it simply, they are together. However, rumors have it that Kiana did not take this lightly. Days after those photos went online, according to insiders, she and her team allegedly attempted to run up on Latto. Nobody knows how serious the injuries were, but reports indicate that Latto left with bruises. In light of everything that has been said, she is fortunate that things did not turn out worse because the tension was so high. According to reports, Kiana was prepared to permanently remove Latto from the picture. People claim that Kiana opted to deal with it herself since she was tired of Latto playing in her face for so long. This is when things get wild. 21 was not quite as contrite as people had anticipated. He pretended that he did not even care about being caught, rather than expressing regret. According to insiders, he and Kiana had a huge argument that almost descended into violence. When she confronted Latto, he reportedly lost it and threatened to divorce Kiana unless she understood her role and obeyed orders. It is a heavy irony. Even though he is the one who is reportedly cheating, he is blaming her as though she is the issue. Since the stories have been going about for years, this aspect is not shocking at all. According to some, the 21st of March ride Kiana solely to obtain a green card and be able to lawfully remain in the US. Remember that he was even detained and arrested by ICE due to issues with his visa. Then, without warning, he marries Kiana and has a family, which raises even more questions about his true motivations. Rumor has been circulating on the streets that 21 only had children with Kiana to give the marriage legitimacy. Without it, deportation would have been a possibility, and as everyone knows, faking a marriage for immigration purposes may get you into serious trouble. According to The Conversation, he locked down his relationship with Kiana for official reasons. This is where things get tricky though. Rumors about him and Latto began to circulate shortly after they were married, even before their green card was issued. When 21 and Latto shared vacation photos that appeared remarkably identical, as if they were taken at the same time and location, fans vowed they noticed the warning signals years ago. Since then, social media investigators have been pulling it together, and the timetable appears to be quite suspicious. Despite their efforts to keep it low-key, folks on the internet quickly made the connection because it was the same Puerto Rican vacation. Fans could not help but notice everything, from the identical lighting to the matching setting to those small background elements. After the online investigators got their hands on it, the rumors about 21 and Latto being more than just pals burst into endless conjecture. In all honesty, that conversation has never truly subsided. The volume has only increased. Nor was it the last time they made a mistake. There is only one way for me to approach you. Fans did not need further evidence by then. Everyone could see that this went much beyond friendship. Rapper Dream Doll essentially blew the lid off her track trials when she spit out a statement that caused everyone to pause and listen to it again. What about Latto? Yes, my little honey bun is that. Find out how many times she visited. The entire atmosphere was buzzing at that pub, and the rumors of 21 and Latto reached a whole new level. 21, 21, she said. You would think he would have maintained the same level of intensity back then, given how he supposedly lost it on Kiana for stepping on the Latto. However, no. He needed Kiana to hold him down because he still lacked his green card at the moment. Furthermore, he could not have just divorced her and wed Latto in her place. That would have sparked a heated debate over immigration and put him at risk of deportation. What then did he do? In contrast, he denied having an affair with Latto and even pretended to be hurt by the reports. He also did not dismiss it at one point. He made sure everyone was aware of his official version and firmly shut it down whenever the subject came up again. No matter how disorganized things appeared behind the scenes, he was committed to maintaining that impression. Do you recall when 21 categorically denied any involvement with Latto on Clubhouse? Nor did he take it half-heartedly. He made a significant impression, stating unequivocally that he believed the entire idea to be absurd and not even worth considering. It was not an isolated incident either. In interviews and on social media, he consistently maintained the same demeanor, doubling down whenever someone attempted to bring it up again. He was obviously desperate to put an end to the rumor before it gained traction, and the longer the whispers persisted, the louder he fought back. In a subsequent interview, he reiterated his marital status while remaining evasive by stating, "I cannot really tell you all that." Fans began to wonder what he was actually concealing behind that rough exterior after hearing that phrase, which only served to heighten the mystery. 21 made an effort to remain calm by stating, "You cannot tell them everything. I am contentedly in love. I have a spouse. I am content." However, that simply caused Latto to lose it. She immediately unfollowed him on Instagram. Fans briefly believed that she was finally and permanently over him. However, it did not end there, since Latto demonstrated her audacity. She went ahead and had his entire government name, Shia, permanently inked on her ear, even after 21 publicly denied any connection to her. Given how few individuals really go about with that name, it was obvious at that point. Everyone understood exactly who she was marking herself for after the internet went crazy. Nevertheless, Latto was unprepared for the ensuing storm. According to sources, she even enlisted the help of her team, contacting Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked because she detested the attention the tattoo received. Rumor has it that she even offered him money to have the picture removed. Latto was not only in deep, she was in over her head, as evidenced by the noisy drama. Certainly that was severe. It was obvious that Latto did not anticipate her audacious maneuver to cause such a stir. She seems willing to do whatever it needed to get rid of it. Fans immediately noticed her desperation and the lengths she would go to in order to hide the mayhem. However, it did not go away. Rather, it just made things more chaotic, adding drama and keeping the spotlight shining brighter. It was at that moment that Kiana finally made her point very plain. Her man was 21. Things have been getting worse ever since that moment, which set off Kiana and Latto's nasty, full-on confrontation. Now, you will see why Kiana allegedly confronted Latto. She believed that Latto was becoming extremely arrogant and disrespectful. Supporters were shocked to learn that she was jeopardizing her reputation and image for someone who kept her hidden. This leads to Kiana allegedly bullying Latto for interfering with 21 and giving her a taste of her own medicine. It felt like pure karma, if anything. However, Latto miraculously changed the course of events, sobbing to 21 about it as if she were the victim. It is outrageously bold. For example, are you the side character or the main character? The worst part is still to come. Point 2.1 no longer needs Kiana in the same manner, which is why he felt brave enough to lash out at her at last. It has been reported that he obtained his green card some time ago. Now that he no longer has that leverage, he is acting carelessly without considering Kiana's opinion. It truly makes you question if Latto will remain on the sidelines indefinitely, or if 21 will finally divorce Kiana and go public with him. Everything about this circumstance is explosive, and 21 Savage finds himself torn between a side piece who would not give up and a wife who apparently turned lethal on Latto. There is no immediate end in sight to the upheaval. Fans are taking sides, social media is ablaze, and fresh receipts are coming in more quickly than ever before. There is no doubt that this is a serious controversy that has the potential to completely upend 21 Savage's entire world, not simply a messy celebrity feud. And believe me, there will be wild consequences for whatever comes next. For more messy breakdowns, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and click the like button, because this is not the end of the narrative.